A very warm welcome to the MTSS Vlogcast series. I'm Lisa Collins, one of the founders of MTSS, and I'm delighted to be joined by Deep Kambay, who is the founder of Regenerating Business. In this episode, we are going to be looking at what the business case is for sustainability. Deep, welcome. Thanks for being here. There's a lot of conversation about, what does sustainability mean for my business? It's going to cost me money. I'm not going to make money. Put it straight, what does it mean for businesses commercially?
Yeah, I still get asked this question a lot, which is really interesting to me because in business traditionally, it's all business profit, success, growth has always been looked at in a short-term sense. So you're looking on a quarterly basis, annually basis, what's the annual turnover, revenue, profit, etc. But when we think about sustainability, we're thinking in a longer term. So it's quite new for businesses to think in 5, 10 years, 15 years ahead. And it's quite something to get your head around. But actually, it's quite important for a business to think that way because we're not looking at it through just the financial lens anymore. It's being looked at in a more holistic way. There are a number of reasons why it's really important to think about it in the environment, social and governance and financial. So all of those factors are really important. First of all, we're seeing in the marketplace this enormous growth at rapid pace, this legislation of sustainability that's going on. It's really kind of come into its own mainstream. There are net zero targets everywhere. What does that actually mean? And, we'll expand on that in later episodes. And there are larger companies that are having to comply. And if they don't comply, they're going to be faced with litigation, with fines, and etc. That's going to cost them financially as a business. Secondly, they may not have the resources available in 10 years' time to continue to do the business that they're doing right now. So it's thinking about how to get your business more resilient for future years, how to grow and maintain the legacy of a business. So that's kind of one reason. The second reason is that there is an investor interest that has grown a lot, and they want to understand, is this business, worth investing in? What's the risk when I'm investing in this business? Will it last? Will it give me the return of investment? And it's no longer just finance anymore. It's understanding it in a wider way. And younger generations, they've grown up with really understanding the implications of sustainability and ESG, and they've got this core importance. A large percentage of younger people coming up in the workplace who are going to be taking on leadership and managerial positions now and in the future, they want more meaning to their work. They want to know that they are doing something with a bigger purpose. They also want to have a better balance in life, hybrid working, for example, want to experience life in a different way. And they also want to grow their skills and talent. That also makes it meaningful. It's important for access as well. Not everybody in the world has access to education from some parts of the world to the other. So that social economic perspective as well. So, being able to hold on to talent is going to be, it is a real struggle. So companies need to demonstrate to their employees that they actually care and they want to grow with their workforce and they want to be aligned with them as they grow.
And the pay packet is no longer the be-all and end-all.
No, it's definitely an element for everybody to pay the bills and have live as comfortably as possible. But no, it's not the most important factor anymore. It is about that kind of meaning, purpose, and work-life balance. I think, and that's really quite important.
I also guess from a commercial point of view, those organisations that are investing in their sustainability agendas are starting to put questions within their own RFPs before they engage with a new supplier. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think procurement is one of the core aspects of ESG and sustainability. It's being more conscious of what you're procuring into your organisation, because it's not just looking at your business operations anymore. Legislation is going to see to that, or is seeing to that. It's about pushing companies to see across the full value chain, upstream and downstream. So through your procurement process, it's about understanding what are the risks, what are the opportunities when working with your suppliers. Are you aligning with your suppliers from a target perspective, from your KPI perspective, depending on your business's objectives and where you want to go?
And obviously, I guess some people out there believe, investing in a sustainability agenda is going to cost money. However, there are some good examples of those that have invested, that are growing commercially and are seeing new revenue streams. Can you give some examples of those?
Yeah, absolutely. So Netflix is a really good example of that. So they have one initiative that they fulfilled actually at the end of last year, where there's a lot of work going on in the streaming perspective and kind of becoming more efficient. That becoming more efficient with streaming and energy use, for example, is naturally going to save costs on your bottom line. And they had a target of actually becoming more efficient per hour of streaming, and it actually saved them significant amounts of money. I can't remember off the top of my head what that particular figure was, but I know that it was significant, and they continue. And that again is another business case of innovating in the workplace. That innovation, being able to build new ways of working in your business. When you stepping outside of the industry for a minute, and you look into the tech industry, so Apple or Microsoft or technology product, you are seeing a rise in new revenue models of rental, resale, refurbed product, going back into the marketplace, so extending the life of a product. And that is creating a whole new industry, and that is also creating an industry for the infrastructure to support those as well. So building a supply chain that never existed before to be able to develop these or refurbish the existing product into new, and putting it out into the marketplace. And it is growing. It's not, I wouldn't say, on par with new product at the moment, but there's definitely signs of growth in that space.
Yeah, exciting things to come there. In terms of having sustainability in your budget, some people have it there, some people don't. What advice would you give people that haven't got sustainability budgeted right now?
Yeah, and that is the case. That is the case a lot for smaller and mid-market businesses right now. And there are definitely ways of starting the journey. What I would recommend is using the free frameworks out there already in the marketplace, just to understand where your material impacts are in your business, just by doing a mapping exercise in your business. And you can use the B Corp framework. The assessment, the BIA, is free to access, and that'll help you map your impacts out on within your industry. Also, the Future Fit framework can support with that. But another thing that companies can start doing is having deeper conversations or broader conversations with stakeholders. So what matters to your employees? What matters to your suppliers? What matters to your investors? What matters to kind of your external partners out there? Understanding what are the key risks around your business that you may not necessarily identify as in your direct operations. But that's a really good starting point, essentially, in that mapping exercise, to just really understand where you are right now, because without understanding that, you can't really build a plan to get better, because you don't know whether you're going to get better or not without measuring it.
Absolutely. And the one bit of advice that I would probably give is MTSS is here. You know, we're committed to give all of this information free of charge. We've got our Eco Espresso sessions where people can come and learn best practice. It's about making a start and making that commitment, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's about harnessing networks like this. There are loads of networks out there to support businesses, to support wider communities on how we can move toward become a more sustainable world. How can we, keep surviving on this planet? Otherwise, it's just going to kick us out and create a new life form, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're in this together. So,
yeah.
Deep, thank you. Thank you for all of that information. Great as always. Thank you very much for joining us. Come back and see us for our very next episode, where we're going to be looking at a deep dive on that ESG reporting. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.